Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Today I want to present a bear case for Tesla. And I'm going to start off with the charts and then I'll go on to some news articles and stuff like that. So to begin with, I have the daily chart out here. Each of these candles is a one-day candle. And as you can see, the MACD is absolutely bearish. Momentum is also below average. RSI is oversold. We are almost very close to oversold because you see this green line out here at 17.08 on the RSI scale. That is how low RSI has dropped in the past before Tesla has managed to jump up. So potentially we can go down further. So that opportunity is there. There is also the opportunity for a dead cat bounce because we are below 30% on the RSI. And I'm thinking that we have a very critical point today that we need to stay above. And that point is going to be 268.87. Now 268.87 has come out from a long period of time, and that resistance has held for a while before it was broken. And once it was broken, we have now formed what I think, or what I imagine to be a reverse head and shoulder pattern. And this reverse head and shoulder pattern could have a potential price target of 224 to 225, something in that range, which nicely coincides with our support level of 225.82. So if this reverse head and shoulder does manifest, then we want to be sure that Tesla doesn't fall below this line at 225.82, because if it falls below this line of support, then things are going to be looking really bleak. And what are the possibilities, what are the probabilities that this may happen? That's the next question. So for that, I did a quick Google search for news on Tesla, because technicals are to be underpinned with fundamentals. So there is one which talks about Tesla stock to $100 from Forbes. The other one from Barron's is that Tesla stock typically drops after Musk's big predictions, and they have highlighted 10 cases. Now what Musk said was that Tesla stock price could go up, all the way up, provided the execution was perfect, and he had given some numbers. Now all of those things are pie in the sky basically. How can all those things happen if the CEO is not present, fully focused on the company, right? And it's not like the CEO is not focusing on the company and probably just playing video games. That's a different issue. Here, the CEO is not only not focusing on Tesla, but he is involved in geopolitics, interfering with different countries in their politics, playing a role in the White House and in the government, and also going to talk shows. So I don't know how excellent execution can happen under those circumstances, right? And there is also positives. Tesla reinstated as top picks. Analysts predict 50% upside potential. So there are some analysts who are saying that yes, it's going to go up. Morgan Stanley's Jonas named struggling Tesla a top pick, sees nearly 50% gain. So there are those positives also. But I'm thinking that if you look at the headlines that are coming in, like Tesla take down protesters, like this is a movement that is happening. How many companies do you think can have a positive appeal if they face protests in their showrooms on an ongoing basis in different parts of the country? So these are all some of the negatives that are out there for Tesla right now. And then, of course, if a company like NVIDIA, which has got a low PE, suffers because of China exposure, what about Tesla, which has got a very high PE? Now, if you say that, okay, Tesla is not just an automobile company, it's a software and AI company, then what is NVIDIA? NVIDIA is not an automobile company. NVIDIA has got a way lower PE than Tesla. So if you look at all those facts, I think that there is a bubble on Tesla. People in the past have lost their shirt by going short on Tesla, so I would be a bit circumspect about it. But I don't think the market is following a rationale at this point of time. And I think that this reverse head and shoulder is likely to happen. How soon will it happen? I don't know. Today in the pre-market, we are seeing a gain of 2.83. I'm looking at this at 8:48 a.m. On the 3rd of March, just a while after finishing off our daily pre-market live stream. And remember, we have got 2 gap fills to be done. There is a gap fill out here. Let me just expand this so that you can see. Now this arrow points to a gap fill. Let me remove the arrow. Let me remove the arrows right now. See, you have a irregular gap up out here. So this is a gap that needs to be filled. There is a gap out here, and then there is another gap up out here. This also needs to be filled. Gap ups and gap downs act like magnets, dragging the price towards it. And I'm thinking that we are on our way to do the gap fill out here, and any pre-market jumps we are seeing are, I think, premature. We need to wait and see what happens with Tesla. So that's my thought about Tesla. And I would like to also point out that GM gave out a good earnings report, and they're also doing stock buyback. So those shares are doing well. And Tesla as such had a very bad earnings report. Now, how long before the board of directors start doing their job? Because right now, I think the board of directors are not doing their job. They are a rubber stamp right now. So things are not looking that great in my opinion with regard to Tesla. So that's what makes me feel bearish about Tesla. And I would like to invite your comments. Please let me know what you think about Tesla. Do you think that it's going to touch $1,000 or something in some near future, say in a year or so? Do you think Elon Musk is going to be able to do highly efficient performance and pick this stock up and overcome all the problems that he's having? Remember, Australian market share of Tesla is falling, their sales is falling there, their sales is falling in Germany, their sales is falling in California and many other places. So how is he going to reverse all of these things? Because he's digging into all the things that have brought the share down. And how much has the share come down? If you look at where we were and where we are right now, the share has dropped 38.83% so far from 17th of December 2024 onwards. Almost, let us say, the beginning of this year to March. In 1 quarter, it has dropped 38.83%. And all the pre-election gains that it had when Trump won, I think all of those have been given up. So this, I think, is a dead cat bounce being enacted because we are below the RSI oversold situation, and this pre-market, I think, is overblown. We'll see what happens during the day. I am ready to eat humble pie. I'll catch up with you again in the next video. Looking forward to your feedback and your comments. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.